Hello friends, today we will see what all care should be taken if a person is leaving India for the purpose of employment or for the purpose of business or vocation. Please bear in mind friends, we are covering only these two situations. One is if you are leaving India for the purpose of employment, and another is if you are leaving India for the purpose of business or vocation. Occasion means other than business means you are going for the orchestra, you are going for a concert, you are singer, you are musician, then it is called as vocation. So today's video we are covering situations where you are leaving India for the purpose of employment or for the business or vocation. And while leaving India, what all you need to know, what all you need to know. First of all friends, you need to understand which are the laws which are governing my residential status. कौन कौन से लॉ है जो मेरे रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस को गवर्न करते हैं. तो यू नो फ्रेंड्स कि भाई इनकम टैक्स लॉ इज देयर विच इज गवर्निंग माय रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस, दैट इज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ नंबर ऑफ डेज टेस्ट. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ यू नो कि भाई दिस इज द ओनली लॉ विच इज गवर्निंग our residential status and where we are missing our train. हम यहाँ पर ही गलत हो जाता है फ्रेंड्स. अंडरस्टैंड दैट दिस इज द ओनली लॉ विच इज गवर्निंग माई रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस, बट नो फ्रेंड्स, देयर इज अनदर लॉ ऑल्सो. देयर इज वन मोर लॉ विच इज गवर्निंग माई रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस एंड माई ट्रांजैक्शंस in foreign currency or Indian currency. So let's understand friends कि भाई which are the laws which are governing my residential status. First, which most of you know, is the Income Tax Act, which is governing my residential status on the basis of number of days stay. And another is most important, FEMA law, Foreign Exchange Management Act, which is called as FEMA. FEMA law, which is governing my residential status on the basis of my intention to stay. Not only the number of days stayed, but the intention of stay. And this law is governing my investments and transactions, all the transactions. Income tax law is governing my income only. Income tax law is governing my income only, and the FEMA law is governing my investments. So let's understand friends first what is the criteria for residential status under these two laws. Then we will see how these are affecting me when I'm leaving India for the purpose of employment or business or vocation. So friends, let's see the condition for becoming resident under income tax law. So under income tax law friends, we become a resident if we stay in India for 182 days or more. अगर मैं 182 दिन से ज़्यादा इंडिया में हूँ तो then I am becoming resident. Or another condition, second condition, if I am staying in India for 60 days or more in the current financial year and 365 days and more in previous 4 financial year. मतलब मैं करंट ईयर में 60 डेज हूँ और उसके पहले 4 साल में 365 डेज हूँ इंडिया में. तो in that case I am again becoming resident. But for this second condition, 60 days and 365 days condition, I have one exception. I have exceptions. So what are these exceptions? Exceptions are if I am leaving India for the purpose of employment, if I am leaving India for the purpose of business or profession, if I am leaving India for the as a member of crew on ship. तो इन तीनों में से if I am fulfilling any of the criteria, then second condition don't apply to me. Means 60 days and 365 days condition don't apply to me. I have to fulfill only one condition, that is 182 days or more. मतलब friends, if I am there in India for more than 182 days, then I am resident in India. Current situation, if I am leaving India after September, after 5th October, after September I am leaving India, then even I am leaving India for the purpose of employment, business or profession, or as a crew member, I will become a resident in current financial year because I have fulfilled the condition of 182 days or more. Now let's see what is the condition under the FEMA law. FEMA law says to see your residential status, you will become a resident if your stay in India is 183 days and more in previous financial year, not current financial year. If in previous financial year you are there in India for 183 days and more, under income tax law it was 182 days and more, under FEMA law it is 183 days and more. If you are there in India for 183 days and more in previous financial year, then you will become resident in India. Except, again, here also there are some exceptions, but these exceptions are very important, friends. If these exceptions are, if you are leaving India for the purpose of employment, same as income tax law. If you are leaving India for the purpose of business or vocation, second condition, same as per income tax act. Third condition is little different, which is if you are leaving India for a period which is uncertain, means the period is not defined. You are leaving India, but you don't know how many days you will be there outside India. You don't know the period of stay. In these three conditions, this 183 days criteria don't apply. This 183 days condition don't apply. You will directly become non-resident. Let's see an example. Like I said, ki bhai, after September, under income tax law, if I leave India, say 1st of November, under income tax law, because my stay during the financial year is 182 days and more, I became a resident, even though I am leaving India on 1st November for employment purpose. But under FEMA law, if I am leaving India on 1st November for the purpose of employment, business or occasion, or for an uncertain period, then I will become a non-resident from that day only, from that day itself. From 1st November, I will become non-resident. So before 1st November, I will be resident. After 1st November, I will become non-resident, dual status. Under FEMA law, you can have dual status, but under Income Tax Act, you will have only one status. Hope, friends, I'm clear about ki bhai, what is the condition for becoming resident and non-resident under these two laws. Let's move forward and see how these are affecting me and what are the role of these two laws. ये दो law का purpose क्या है? How they are governing my leaving India for the business, employment or any other purpose for uncertain period. So ये कैसे मुझे govern करता है या affect करता है? Let's see the purpose of both these laws. So first of all, friends, the income tax law, you can see on screen also, friends, कि भाई income tax law governs the revenue only. This is revenue law. Income tax law is revenue law, whereas the FEMA law is regulatory law. It regulates the transaction. Income Tax Act governs what it governs. It governs only revenue. It is revenue law. But the FEMA law governs the transaction. So next, income tax law talks about how your income will be taxable. How your income will be taxable, at what rate it will be taxed, whether it is taxable or not, whether even it is income or not also. If you have some receipt, the income tax law will govern whether this is income or not, whether it is taxable or exempt, at what rate this will be taxable. Under FEMA law, it will govern your transaction, whether you can do a particular investment, whether you can buy a property, whether you can buy shares, whether you can buy mutual fund, whether you can sell your property, whether you can sell your investment, whether you can invest somewhere. Who will govern this? The FEMA law will govern this. FEMA law will govern this. Income tax law will govern only your income and tax thereon. And the FEMA law will govern your transactions. So under income tax law, your residential status is calculated at the time of filing income tax return or at the time of paying the taxes. But for FEMA, your status is looked at the time of transaction, when your transaction is taking place. आप जब transaction कर रहे हो, उस दिन your residential status is taken care of. But under income tax law, after financial year end, when we go for the tax payment and tax calculation, then at that time it get calculated. So for FEMA, in our example, we saw on 1st November, I left India. So if I enter any transaction on 2nd November, the FEMA law will come into role. FEMA law will come into role and see whether I am allowed to do this transaction or not. Under Income Tax Act, you are not banned or you are not restricted to earn income. You are not restricted on earning any income. But under FEMA law, you are not allowed to take each and every transaction unless allowed. Unless allowed मतलब आपको जो जो investment allowed है, those investment only you can carry out, otherwise you are banned. But under Income Tax Act, you can earn any income and every income except some illegal income, but anything and everything you can earn. Nothing to worry, no approval is required. But under FEMA law, for everything you need to have approval, except it is freely allowed. So under Income Tax Act, friends, the residential status is mainly defined on the number of days stay, your stay, how many days you are there in India. But under FEMA, your intention of stay is mainly taken care of कि भाई आप किस पर्पस से जा रहे हो. If you are going for the employment, even if you leave India on 31st of March को भी आप इंडिया छोड़ रहे हो, you are there for 364 days, but on 31st March you will be non-resident under FEMA. ये FEMA में नॉन रेसिडेंट होने से मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? What is affecting my residential status under FEMA? So let's see कि भाई FEMA में नॉन रेसिडेंट होने से what I have to how I am getting affected. So first of all, once you become a non-resident under FEMA, you immediately have to change your account status. All your investment, what FEMA is governing, all your investment. So wherever you have investment, you have to change the status thereover. Mutual funds, immediately on 2nd November, you need to go to the mutual fund advisors, you need to go to all banks, you need to go all your share brokers to change your status. You have to let them know कि भाई I have changed my status from resident to non-resident, and accordingly your tagging will get changed. So this is very important. Once you become a non-resident under FEMA, your account will get converted from saving to NRO account. At the same time, you are allowed to open NRE account where you can park your foreign income in INR, and which is repatriable. We are not going into the types of accounts and what is there, what all transaction you can carry out under that account. But once you become a FEMA non-resident, you need to change your residential status at all the accounts, and you have to convert that account from saving to NRO account. You can open new NRE account. Plus, you are banned from carrying out some transaction, and you are allowed many transaction with approval. For example, if once you become a FEMA non-resident, you are not allowed to buy an agricultural land. You are not allowed to carry out any agricultural activity. You have agricultural land while you were resident, and now you become non-resident. You can hold it, but you are not allowed to buy. New land cannot be buy. No new agricultural land cannot be buy when you are non-resident. You cannot carry out agricultural activity. You cannot make farmhouse. You cannot build a farmhouse. You cannot carry out the real estate business. Your real estate business means buying a land and constructing a property for selling. So you cannot carry out the real estate business. You cannot form a nidhi company. Plus, you are allowed to have investment with approval. You want to fund some startup. You want to invest in Indian private limited company. You have to go by approval route, or you are also allowed under FDI policy also. You are allowed to do direct transaction also, but in some sectors. In some sectors, you can directly invest. In some sectors, you are not allowed to do direct investment. You have to come through RBI approval route. You need to take the permission of the RBI कि भाई whether I can invest in this venture or not. So friends, this is how the FEMA residential status govern your transactions. We know कि भाई income tax law is the only law which is governing my residential status, and we act accordingly. But nowadays, all the agencies, all the government agencies are very prompt, very aggressive and very active. So if you do any violation of this FEMA law, it will cost you much higher. So it's better to have these compliances done at the right time and when leaving India. Most of us don't know कि भाई FEMA law is also governing my residential status, and that is what the purpose of this today's videos. To sum up, friends, we have seen which all law is governing my residential status, what are the conditions under these two laws, to become a resident and non-resident. One is the income tax law, one is the FEMA law. Both the law have different conditions. One is income tax law is on number of stay basis. FEMA law is on intention basis, intention to stay basis. Then income tax act is governing my income, whether it is income or not, whether it is taxable or exempt, at what rate it will be taxed. The FEMA law is governing my investment, whether I can invest somewhere or not, whether I can sell something or not, whether I can transfer some funds or not, how much money I can remit, how much money I can bring into India and bring outside, send outside India. All these is governed under the FEMA law. These both law are very, very important when you are becoming non-resident or you are leaving India for the purpose of employment, business or occasion. So in both, under both the law, you need to see whether you are complying or not. Nowadays, all the agencies are very active and very aggressive. You may end up paying heavy penalties due to ignorance in these laws. होप दोस्तों आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आएगा. आगे हम ऐसे ही नॉन रेसिडेंट पे अलग अलग वीडियो बनाते रहेंगे, सो दैट यू विल बी अप टू मार्क इन नॉलेज इन नॉन रेसिडेंट क्राइटेरियाज. होप दोस्तों आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आएगा. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग द वीडियो.